Thank you, Tracy. Thank you. How was your stream, Tracy? What's up, Nighthawk? How's everyone doing? What's up, Cooter? About to switch the screens over, but shit's going crazy. Hi. I just need to put this thing on. I actually forgot my hat. Actually. How's everyone's Friday going? Yeah, I ain't gonna put it in my freaking beard. What the heck? How's your day going, Cooter? How was your stream, Tracy? Disorganized. I wasn't expecting this stuff to take off as quick. I do cover weather, yeah. If it's bad enough, I'll cover it, Hoagie. If it's bad enough, I will. It is a cool shirt, isn't it? You got, there we go. My logo there. Good. I got my oil change, mowed my yard, tore apart my kid's swing set, which he's gonna be mad when he gets home and sees that. But cleaned out the car. So, no titties, Nighthawk. Sorry, that's not happening tonight. It could happen tonight if the weather gets calm enough tonight, but we'll have to see about that. What's up, Captain Shag? Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with everyone. I want all the. There was a big vote. Cool, awesome. Yes, you are a big country. What's up, Spec? Trying to catch up. You guys like caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting it to happen that quick. What's up, Queen Clam Slam? I'm doing good, Nighthawk. I'm a little tired, actually. More out. Taking that swing set apart was not fun. Let me tell you. That was a workout for me. Considering it was falling apart, you would have thought it would have came apart a lot easier than what it actually did. Yeah, and it's 11 years old. It was all wood. I know, I do look good. So I had to like hurry up all these. I wasn't expecting storms to even start until around this time, so I wasn't expecting to get on right now. I was planning on getting on around 3:34. I got done with everything and I went and checked everything. I'm like, oh well, crap! I need to hurry up and get in the shower and get going. Thank you, Cooter. Yeah, I should probably tweet that I'm live. I'm gonna pull a sweets here and forget to tweet that I'm live. And that was a horrible looking picture, by the way, but I appreciate it. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Nope. Nope. Too late. I already retweeted it and quoted it. You're good. Today could be bad, actually. Pretty bad day. There's already been a few tornado warnings down in Missouri. Oh, down over here. Appreciate it, Dragon. Yes, everyone. Be sure to give Dragon a big thanks because Dragon helps a lot behind the scenes with me, sending me stuff that helps me out, keeps up on everything. Because obviously it's hard to pay attention to everything at the same time. So like, if I'm looking at one storm, Dragon will look at another one. So, yeah. There's a nice storm. It's a severe storm that's coming into St. Louis right now. It does not have any, it's not tornado warned, but they got tennis ball size hail. at 2:30 in the afternoon on a Friday. So there's probably a lot of people leaving to work early today, getting off early on a Friday and having to deal with this, which is insane. Chat, and I actually did something new today. I'm live on Twitch and YouTube as well doing this. This is the first time I've been live on Twitch in probably 7 months. Another one? Is that what you just sent in the Discord? Let me check something real quick, chat. Oh, that's for Wisconsin. I didn't think they were going to get any storms up there today. They are getting storms up there. They do have some pop-up storms. So if people in Wisconsin, which I know there's a few people in Wisconsin that I know. I'm not going to say their names, but there's a few of you guys in Wisconsin. Might get some more hail. Small to marginally severe hail. So you may get some low-end severe thunderstorms, which there's actually one already there. Right here near Keshena. I swear, I don't know who named these towns in Wisconsin, but they are some of the weirdest names I've seen for a town. So you got quarter-size hail with 60-mile-an-hour winds. That goes for another 27 minutes there in Wisconsin. I don't think there's any rotation with that one. Nope. But I do know there's tornado warning in Pennsylvania. Like, this is going to be kind of a big area that we're going to be looking at today. Basically, from Wisconsin down to Dallas. This will be down in the Texas area. And then up over all the way to the eastern seaboard there. To D.C., Delaware. Downtown St. Louis is under a tornado warning. So if anyone's ever been to St. Louis, which I have, a lot. So like the Arch is like right here. This gives you an idea where we're at. And like you got Busch Stadium right here where the St. Louis Cardinals play. Up in Michigan. And then, so like Enterprise Center is over here where the St. Louis Blues play. The Union Station's like back here. So I had a buddy message me on Twitter. It was after I actually ended my stream. This is radar indicated, by the way. So that rotation would look like it's going to be right in here. Right in here, north of Des Paris. South of Creve Coeur here. Yeah, right here. There's Frontenac. I think they're losing. I think they might be losing power. There's some really strong winds going through here too. Like back here behind on the back end, we got 70+ mile an hour winds with these storms. 50, 60+ mile an hour winds coming into West St. Louis right now near Creve Coeur. So this is the area to watch right here as this is heading towards I-64. I know that I do have some stuff up on my phone that I'm kind of listening to. West side of St. Louis is a mess right now. Visibility is not very good. I know that as long as this shit isn't happening next week when I'm heading to Texas. So I don't know. I don't think Cardinals are in St. Louis today. So you're not going to have your normal 40,000 possible people there in downtown St. Louis to watch a baseball game. So I don't think they're in St. Louis today. I think they're on the road. So that's a good thing. I do want to go check out that tornado in Pennsylvania. We're jumping all over the map today. As this one's just south of State College where Penn State University is. Yeah, I'm the same way, Ghost. Yeah, like I've always loved weather, so it's easy for me to do this. So it's easy for me to do this, so I don't mind doing it. I just wanted to make sure everything was good on the other sites because like I said, I haven't streamed on anything else besides Kick in a long time. Okay, so this is a radar indicated tornado warning as well. This one would be right in here, just southwest of Minnow, where that rotation, little bit of rotation is there. How's your Friday going, Ghosty? Sorry, my days are mixed up. Not working today kind of threw me off a little bit. So, if you hear that, that's a severe thunderstorm warning, chat. That little alert that went off. That one's actually right here, down in Virginia, right? Yeah, Virginia. Yep, right here is where that rotation would be at. Right in this area, just to the west of Minnow here. You got that. You got this hook here. You got that hook. That's where you got that wind flowing into the storm. I'm doing good. I'm glad it's the weekend too. I mean, I work Sunday, but I get today off. That's why I'm working Sunday. And then this time next week, I will be at DreamHack. So. But I'm going to focus more on this storm right now, because it is going through a major metro area there in downtown St. Louis. I mean, I'm used to it too, because I live in Illinois, so I'm used to it. So the area to watch for this one would be right in here through Clayton. Like, this is actually tracking like straight towards downtown St. Louis right now. Could have been. Yeah, that right in here, like, even if there's no tornado, there are some extremely strong winds about to come into downtown St. Louis. Like, there's no tight area of rotation. So, like, anywhere from down here at Old Warson Road up here to Olivet, there's anywhere a tornado could just drop. Because there's no tight area of rotation, but there's pockets of minor rotation. Now, I'm gonna show this. I don't think it's actually blowing this hard, the wind. But 104 mile an hour is how fast that wind's saying it's going. It's more than likely not. So, as you see, it's gone now. Now, there are some, like I said, there are some really strong winds here. These are some insanely strong winds. So, traffic is not moving in St. Louis because people are literally parked under a bridge on the interstate. I don't know exactly where this is that I'm looking at. I don't know where Berkeley is. So somewhere on one of these interstates, traffic is literally at a standstill because people are parking under a bridge, which is the worst place to park. So don't ever do it. Just drive. Just keep driving. It's a little breezy here today. You actually do have some storms up that way, Jimothy. Nothing too crazy, but you get some small hail and could be borderline low wind severe thunderstorms as well, Jimothy. Like, I can look this up actually. Let me see. No, definitely not as bad as yesterday. Okay, so this is actually way up here. So here's Berkeley. You see the worst of the storms actually down here south of Clayton. But traffic is literally at a standstill on the interstate here because of it. We just had a new tornado warning issued in southeast Missouri. So they're getting softball-sized hail with this storm. That's 4-inch diameter hail. I mean, if you ever held a softball, you know how big that is. That is big hail. That's a really strong storm. You can see that rotation right here. Where that red and blue are real tight together. That's where this rotation's at. This is in southeast Missouri, my Pierce. Let me see what I can give you. So, like, there's Cape Girardeau, Poplar Bluff, Frederickstown. So, I'll give you an idea. Here's St. Louis up here. This is where that storm is at. That's dropping that softball-sized hail in southeast Missouri. Near Piedmont, Greenville, Elsinore. You see me by your right elbow? Over here? You're over here? And did that go through you? The storm? Oh. Oh, when I was zoomed out. Yeah, that makes more sense. Missouri. Oh, I know how to say Missouri. Missouri. Misery. That's good. Yeah, there's some really strong rotation here with this one. Bad thing is it's pretty far from a radar site. It does look like it's a pretty rural area. I mean, I don't. It's hard to tell. Like, it's wild. The interstate is literally at a complete stop on both ends of that interstate up there in St. Louis area, which is insane. Yes, I did, Jiggles. Yo, Poppy Jiggles. Sorry, I just trying to pay attention. I do sometimes, Jiggles. How are you doing? I just do it mainly when the weather's bad. Jesus, the heck are you doing, Cooter? Depends on your definition of winning. I mean, how are you doing, Kick Tournament Network? Yeah, I mean, trying to find where this PDS was issued. I don't know about that. Okay, so this storm right here is actually really nasty looking near Winona, Missouri, and Birch Tree. Baseball size hail, 70-mile-an-hour winds. It's actually a PDS severe thunderstorm warning. Basically, it's a really bad storm. And you want to take, yeah, it is. That is a bad looking one. They both are. I might have to go take a look at St. Louis here. But then you got this one just right out in front of it that's got softball size hail, which is insane with that. So, like, there's some insanely big hail down here in southeast Missouri from baseball to softball size hail. What? We got a hook here on this the St. Louis storm. Right here. You got that hook. This is actually heading pretty much right for the northern half of downtown St. Louis. They just observed a radar-confirmed particularly dangerous situation. It is not. It's on the ground, doing significant damage. So there's a tornado on the ground heading. Let me see. I just want to run a couple frames here. So yes, this will go just. It's going track this direction right here. I want to pull up velocity. Yes, right here. That is those greens, and especially when you get orange. When you get orange on this velocity scan, real tight with that greens, there's extremely strong rotation. This right here, it's real tight. That's a debris ball. That means the radar is picking up something that is not weather related in the air. So there is very likely a tornado on the ground right now in downtown St. Louis area. Let me see. So this is north of I-64. So it's, yeah, basically if anyone in that area needs to take cover, as this is headed, like I said, this is tracking this way right here. It's going to head just north of downtown St. Louis. It's about to cross the Mississippi River, sorry. So you can see it right here. That's the velocity scan. We pull the reflectivity, get a better idea. It's actually more up here now. Velocity kind of lags behind on updates. So it's already basically over crossing the Mississippi, heading towards Granite City, Namoki, Pontoon Beach, Cedar Park. The basement, if you have one, or this most interior room of your house with no windows. So like my house, I would be screwed because my house is actually kind of wide open, kind of an open floor plan. So, but yeah, go to your lowest room in your of your house, or if you live in a trailer, always have a plan to know where to go because obviously you do not want to be in a trailer. So you got these winds that are pushing this way, and you got the winds pushing this way, causing that rotation right here, all going over I-70 right now on the north side of St. Louis. So like where the Rams used to play the Edward Jones Dome, that's like down here. Kind of gives you an idea where this storm is at if you've ever been to St. Louis. This is north of there. This is north of the Lumiere Casino. I think that's what it's called. There's a high-rise casino here as well, hotel. So yes, I just looked at my blue screen. That's not showing me anything. So Granite City, Collinsville, Glen Carbon, basically anyone in this area right here would need to take cover. I'd take cover now. Kind of give you an idea where we're at. And I'm sure there's numerous power outages going on right now in downtown St. Louis. I don't even think there was a tornado possible tag on this storm when it was a severe thunderstorm. But it blew up quick. Definitely blew up quick. So you see that debris ball here. That's a big debris ball. That is a big debris ball. So there's a lot of debris being lofted up into the air. Yeah, it came in really fast. That tornado developed really fast. Oh, damn. Yo, Poppy, that's crazy. And the other thing that's going to suck with this storm, you're not going to see it. It's going to be rain wrapped because it's right in here. So it's wrapped in rain. So it's going to be really hard to see a tornado when that's rain wrapped. All right, chat, just checking a couple things. I'm sure there will be some major pictures coming in from the St. Louis area, probably within the next 30, 40 minutes, depending on how quickly it gets out of here. And there are still storms. The bad thing is there's still storms behind here, behind this main one. They're pushing up in that same direction. Now, those are not severe currently, so that's a good thing. But yeah, this is a really tight here. And it's rain wrap for sure. I just find them on Twitter. I don't show them on screen, but I tell people, I just retweet them. I retweet anything. Why are you acting like you're interviewing me, Cooter? It's like any of the tornadoes from last night, I retweet them all. Like Cooter's interviewing me here, chat. Let's see. The rotation's not as strong, but it's still there. There's still that rotation here, about to come into Granite City right here. It's probably already in Granite City, because like I said, velocity scans are a little bit further behind than regular radar scans. You still got a while, but very likely a pretty good sized tornado just went through St. Louis. It's actually this right here. It just crossed the Mississippi River, and so. How are you doing, Dynasty? I don't, because it's going to sound really bad. Weather chasers do not like it when you post their stuff, when you share their stuff when you're live. Now retweeting it, you're fine, but they don't want me to. They don't like that. I don't get it, Wyatt. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's weird. They're real sensitive. Me personally, I'd be like, I don't care to share it if I was a storm chaser, which I'm not. Now, when I switch to this one, you can still see that rotation. It doesn't look as bad because it's using different colors, but it's still really bad here as it's going through St. Louis, crossing the Mississippi, heading into Granite City, and Molenbrox as well, down the line to Glen Carbon, Maryville. It should go north of Collinsville, so that's good. It is a nice shirt, isn't it? And you got... I actually got input on it from Mr. Cooter. From Mr. Cooter, I got input on it. So... yeah, a little bit about the sleeves. Yeah, the velocity is way behind it. This storm is more up near Pontoon Beach and Molenbrook than the velocity. That's for what compared to what the velocity scan was showing. That's for sure. It's still showing a debris ball. It's not tight debris ball, but it's still picking up debris here over Granite City. A lot of debris got lofted up into the air. They are moving east-northeast. So right now, this is here. Like obviously, you got St. Louis here. You got I-70 right here. It's kind of going to track down I-70 from the looks of it. It may wobble back and north and south of I-70. It's going to track here down I-70 area. It's going to just kind of go this way. It probably goes south of Vandalia and Effingham based on the track it's going. But oh yeah. So I mean, like I said, I think it's moving just east if I remember correctly. I don't think it's moving north, but it's got a little bit of a moving northeast at 50 miles an hour. I mean, like this is still ways away from Indianapolis, so it's going to take a long time to get there. But it's moving northeast. Like I said, it's going to track probably down I-70 for most of it until you get closer to Vandalia. And then because Effingham kind of takes, or 70 kind of goes a little bit more north, closer to Effingham you get. But the links are there. Oh yeah, that looks like a big tornado. Yep, weather with Boa, Southern Mama. How you doing? It looks big. I kind of want to show it, honestly. Who tweeted it? Intel Point. I have no clue who that is. So I'm probably just going to show it. Hang on, chat. Oh crap, that's so small. Okay, so you can see it right here. You got that wedge right there. That tornado that was in St. Louis area, as you can see from the tweets there. Direct strike to Washington University and the Barnes Jewish Hospital, plus the VA Medical Center down there in St. Louis as well. This was tweeted out by Intel Point. I do not know who that is. Never heard of him. But you see it right here. That's a big tornado that went through St. Louis right there. So that picture, by the way, that was from the arch. That was from the arch, by the way. That picture was from the top of the arch. because I can see the Capitol building. I know I don't have it up right now, but I can see the Capitol building. And I can tell where that was at. So that was a big tornado that was on the ground. And I said Washington University took a direct hit, and St. Louis and Barnes Jewish Hospital as well, and the VA Medical Center. So, Lenny, I didn't forget about you guys out here on the eastern half of the country. As of right now, you guys got a handful of severe thunderstorm warnings out in Pennsylvania, Virginia, Maryland. So the bad thing. So this is a new tornado warning that was just issued in Missouri, not St. Louis. Yeah, they are dragging. Bad thing is, it didn't. I hate Radar Mega. Sometimes it doesn't alert me like it should. But new tornado warning here for this one right here. You see that rotation right here, where this blue and green are real tight together right there. It's a pretty strong storm here. As you can see, it's definitely a roller storm. So you can kind of see that hook right here. A little bit of a hook right here. I'm going to come down to these ones as well. So we got multiple tornado warnings down here, and just strong storms in general. I mean, like this storm back here, not tornado warning, but has baseball-sized hail, 70-mile-an-hour winds. This one has softball-sized hail. I mean, you can see that hook, that little indentation right here. They got rotation right there. I don't even have to pull up velocity to see that. I think there was just another tornado warning. I just got put under a tornado watch chat. Yeah, it's been warned for a while. I am under a tornado watch till 10 o'clock. Several tornadoes likely. Up to tennis ball size hail is likely. And winds up 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So you got that rotation right here. This will fill in. It hasn't filled in yet. But there's a tornado watch. Basically for here, Indianapolis is included in this. Bloomington, Terre Haute, Evansville, into western Kentucky. It includes Louisville, Bowling Green, and then Purdue, like basically right in here as well. Carbondale as well. So, which I'm not surprised because storms are starting to blow up really kind of fast here. They just keep getting stronger as well because you see a new severe thunderstorm warning here for it looks like just south of Springfield. Yeah, for Springfield, Illinois here. Quarter size hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. These are kind of the weaker end of the storms right now. Which there was a possible tornado last night right here just west of Decatur. So, I'm sure those people are not wanting that. I do want to check out this storm. This is now radar indicated. It's not PDS anymore. Let's see if there's any rotation. There's still a little bit of rotation, not very tight. It's more of a broad area rotation. Gotcha, guys. We're going way up north. Maine has a severe thunderstorm warning. Going way up here. A severe thunderstorm warning here in Maine for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. We're going all over the country. So there's about to be a new tornado warning issued right here. It just hasn't popped up yet. So yes, I am under a tornado watch. There it is, right there, chat. New tornado warning. It's a continuation of this tornado warning as it's moving northeast. Pretty much. When? Pretty much. I mean, it's kind of, we're all over the place. Like, I mean, if I zoom this way out, we got tornado watches all through here and tornado warnings. And we got severe thunderstorm watches down here and severe thunderstorm warnings. We got a severe thunderstorm warning up in Wisconsin. We got a severe thunderstorm warning way up here in Maine and one here on the Canada, New York, and Vermont. Or New Hampshire. I can't remember. I always get them mixed, get them flipped. I can't remember which one's which. So we're all over the place. I mean, once you're basically anything one west this area, you're good when it comes to severe weather. All the severe weather is from all through here. So there's that new tornado watch. As you can see, covers a large area. So, like I said, that includes Springfield, Urbana, Indianapolis, Bloomington, Evansville, Louisville. I need to fix this. Hang on. There we go. Cape Girardeau, Evansville, Bowling Green, big area. This tornado watch on the eastern side goes for another 7 hours till 11 p.m. Eastern time. And then Illinois, it goes until 10 o'clock Central time. So we got new information on this tornado warning in Missouri. It is observed. It is an observed tornado on the ground. The storm also has lime-sized hail, 2-inch diameter hail. So you got the town of Des Arc here. Got that rotation right there as this thing is heading northeast as well. East at 45 miles an hour. Damaging tornado with 2-inch diameter hail. Weather spiders confirmed tornado on the ground. So it gives you an idea where we're at. There's Cape Girardeau. So this is heading straight to, you got two storms heading towards Cape Girardeau area. So I'm feeling tonight is going to be a long one, chat. So I don't know if we'll do my normal crazy Saturday or Friday night streams because I won't be doing one tomorrow night because I got to work Sunday. But yeah, like Dragon just said, these storms will be affecting these areas down here eventually. You will be getting storms down there as well. It's not just up here in Illinois, Missouri, and Indiana. These areas will be affected as well, possibly tonight. You want to check a couple things, chat? Hang on. Like the biggest threat for tornadoes today is actually, I can just show you guys. This will be so much easier. This area here in the red, especially, So like Carbondale, Evansville, Vincennes, Louisville, Bowling Green, Union City. Then you got this yellow area as well is included in this with it's a hatch risk. So very good chance of severe weather, of EF2 plus tornadoes in these areas today. I'm not surprised. That storm is intense. The storm he's talking about is this one right here. Golf ball size hail with 60-mile-an-hour winds with it. It does look like there's possibly some little bit of rotation here on the back end of this storm. Really strong storm about to move into the Springfield area, as you can see on these. You got that. You can get blue radar return. Very likely that's a hail core. So there's a lot of hail probably falling right in this area as it's headed towards Chatham, Woodside, and eventually up towards Springfield. So there's probably some good sized hail coming into this with this storm as well. They still do have the tornado warn storm here. Still a little bit of a hook here on it. It's not as well defined as it was when it was back in St. Louis. That doesn't mean there's not a tornado. I don't think there is, because either way, there's really strong winds that are coming into Edwardsville right now. Which radar site did it switch to? Oh, Paducah. Like, which one did it go to? Yeah, nasty little hook here on this. Technically, I'm not even supposed to show this, but I don't even care. So he's having issues. I wonder if this camera is pointing north, I might be able to see it. Looks like it's pointing south. Pointing south. Like you can see, this camera's facing south, away from the storm. He must have. Here's a good view of that storm. Look at that storm. It's coming in. This is videos from Vince for ProjectWeatherEye.com. That is intense looking, for sure. He's on the south end of this storm here, along Route 67 here. And you got Tornado Whisperer, Brad Arnold. If he's near you, it's kind of like I'm drawing a blank on that guy's name, Dragon. Thanks for the follow, Madville. What's that guy's name, Dragon? Drawing a blank on his name right now. That's the Dominator. Basically, if you see him or Brad, you're gonna get hit by a storm. Got a possible tornado. It has the Dominator vehicle. Reed Timmer, yes, there we go. Yes, Reed. He actually went through my town last month for a possible tornado just south of me. Chat, we are also live on YouTube as well. I think I have a command for that. If you guys want to go like that, I'd appreciate that. Like and subscribe. Get it pushed out there into the algorithm. I think I have one. think I have a command for it. Let's see. I do. It just didn't pop up the link. I mean, when I go to YouTube, I'm on the front page. I mean, when I go to YouTube, I'm on the front page. Oh my god, that was so loud. Sorry, chat. Thought I had it muted. Sorry about that. Mute site. Yeah, that one's bad. What the fuck?
The suck zone.
Welcome in, Loki. Sorry, chat. Doing a couple things. All right. So yeah, if you guys could go like and subscribe to that, I'd appreciate that. Welcome in, Queen Pumpkins. Okay. Was just a new tornado warning. It's so tiny. Cold water. Okay, it looks like it was just a continuation of this tornado warn storm here. They kind of shrunk it down a little bit. They're continuing that tornado warn there for that storm. Yeah, the tornado that went through St. Louis looked very big. I'm really curious to see more pictures of that if I see any. Or Dragon, if you see any of them on Twitter by chance, just tag me in them. I'd appreciate that. That was a big one, that's for sure. So currently, chat, we have 5 tornado warnings and 21 severe thunderstorm warnings. All 5 of those tornado warnings are right here. One there, and 3 of them here. All in southeast Missouri, getting closer to Illinois. And the severe thunderstorm warnings are anywhere from up here in Wisconsin, down into Illinois and Missouri, over into Virginia, Maryland, New York, upper New York, and way up here in Maine. Not Maryland, listen. So a new meso discussion just came in, chat, for this area right here. A watch is likely to be issued here soon. That includes the Dallas area for hail from 2 to 3.5 inch diameter hail, 65 to 80 mile an hour winds, and a low end threat of tornadoes, it appears. What's up, KC? How are you doing? And we do have another new meso discussion that includes the Pennsylvania area, right? Yes, Pennsylvania includes basically this area. Mix of damaging winds, severe hail remains possible through the early evening out here in central Pennsylvania into Virginia and Maryland and DC areas. How are you doing, Casey? You having a good Friday? So they no longer have a tornado warning with this storm, but they do have a severe thunderstorm warning for a tornado possible tag for this storm. This was the storm that put that tornado through downtown St. Louis area. For 1 inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds, and like I said, tornado possible tag. Going through Branson in the morning. I think Branson kind of missed everything, which is good. I know there was it appeared to be a very large tornado went through the St. Louis area just a little bit ago. Oh, they just issued a new tornado warning for this storm. The storm I was just talking about, radar indicated tornado warning. Right here for this one. This is the storm that had the tornado back in St. Louis. A little bit of rotation right here, just southwest of Tamalco. I think that's how you say it. So, as this is just south of I-70 here, may clip the southern edge of Vandalia, Kinmundy, Avena, Vernon, Patoka areas to watch, in the Carlisle Reservoir right there. Yes, there's a watch that will likely be issued for this area within probably the next hour. There will likely be either a severe thunderstorm or a tornado watch issued here within the next hour or so. So we are now up to 6 tornado warnings. I don't think any of them are observed. Well, except for this one. I think there's only one observed tornado right now. Yes. It's this one right here. Got that rotation right here just west of Buckhorn. Luckily, there's not a tight debris ball with that one, so there may not even be a tornado on the ground anymore. I know that there was rotation when it was back further to the west. That's when it was observed. So, I know Dynasty was in here a little bit ago. You was asking about the Indy area. I would say probably around 6, probably got 2 to 3 hours before anything comes into the Indianapolis area. It's when these storms keep tracking further east. It's going to be a few hours before those get to you. So you got probably 2, 3 hours, max 3 hours before those storms get to you. And then, like, these storms are going to be going all the way back here up into this area until 9, 10 o'clock. I think till about 9, 10 o'clock Eastern time is when the tornado threat will go to. And then I think it's going to turn more into a straight line wind hail event, because it'll kind of turn into like a singular line of storms, which you can still get tornadoes from those as well. You can still get tornadoes from a line of storms. It's not just individual cells, kind of like what we're seeing now, that are producing these tornadoes. But, oh yeah? Nice. The tags? No, can't keep up with everything. I know that there was just I thought there was just a warning that was issued. They do have a tornado possible tag on this storm. I'm going to kind of start north, work my way back down. So you got a really strong storm going through Springfield, right? That just went through Springfield, Illinois right now. You can still see that blue on that radar. So this thing is dropping some hail. They're getting lime-sized hail, 70-mile-an-hour winds, considerable damage threat. No, I did not. Oh, yeah, that was a big tornado. I'm going to retweet these, chat. If you want to go check them out, go to my Twitter. Yeah. Oh, geez, that's a big tree that got uprooted. So if you want to see some of the damage out of the St. Louis area in the pot and see the tornado, I did just retweet all those videos and pictures. So if you want to go to my Twitter to check that out, that's where they'll be at. Jesus, Jimothy. Jimothy, I just saw your DM with that video. The hail from yesterday. Yeah, really strong storm that just went through the Springfield, Illinois area, heading northeast. Hang on, chat. You guys hear me? You back to hearing me now, chat? I'm assuming. Yep. Okay. That OBS kind of hidden, so you guys couldn't see it. I couldn't see it. They just extend this severe thunderstorm warning. Big one. That's a big severe thunderstorm warning. It goes all the way up here towards just south of Bloomington for lime-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds and considerable damage threat for that storm. Work our way south. We do have a tornado possible tag on this storm just south of St. Louis. That's heading up towards Taylorville. Might be a little bit of rotation here, just south of Standard City, Illinois. Minor rotation there. Area to watch for possible tornado development with that storm. We'll come down to this tornado warned storm that is radar indicated with quarter-size hail. Still a little bit of rotation, not very strong. Not very strong rotation. It's not tight either, like you would normally see with. See. If you have any questions, chat, I will do my best to answer them. As you can see from the pinned message, I'm not a meteorologist. Just a guy that loves weather. We still do have this tornado warning storm in Missouri, just west of Potosi. I don't know how to say that one. By Burnham, maybe. This does expire in 18 minutes. as well. Not a really good area rotation with this one. The area to watch would be just here, right in there. That'd be the area to watch for that storm, for the possible tornado warning. So we head down here to southeast of Missouri, closing on Cape Girardeau here. We still got that rotation right in here, just west of Marquand. Got that rotation right here. And that's going to be rain wrapped. That's the bad thing. It's going to be a rain wrapped tornado, so you're not going to see it either. We'll come down to this one that is producing 3-inch diameter hail, large apple hail. Still a little bit of rotation here on the back end. It's not as impressive as it was a little bit earlier, so that's a good sign. It might be weakening, hopefully. We got even the storms that don't have warnings with them. They're pretty intense looking, honestly. I got these ones down here in Missouri, from Farmington to Chester. Then you got some storms popping up, Centralia, west of Mount Vernon here. Some strong storms. And even back here, like this isn't even warned, but it's pretty intense, strong storm here. I should want to take a look at this one. This looks like it's trying to get a hook going here over Lively Grove, Plum Hill, and Nashville and Oakdale area in Illinois. That's definitely one we need to probably watch here soon. In southern Illinois, they just issued a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag on it with 1-inch quarter-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. That's funny, Nat. We're just talking about that one. Dragon. I started checking out that one. How did you said that? So definitely one to watch here. As this storm has just recently developed, I'm pretty sure. Let me check. I mean, it's been there. It's actually just it's kind of more of a blob, but it's separated. This storm and this storm they've separated from each other and kind of becoming its own thing. And when they're more alone like that, better chance of a rotation tornado happening. And they just issued a new tornado warning. I think it was this one right here. Yes, this one right here. Extension of that tornado. Like I said, large apple size hail, 3-inch diameter hail. How are you doing, Shadow? This is radar indicated. It has not been observed, but if there is going to be a tornado on the ground, as you can see, there are multiple people that are on this storm, so that would be able to tell, hey, there's a tornado on the ground. Report it to the National Weather Service to let people know, because like I said, this is headed. It should say south of Cape Girardeau, but headed towards like Mound City, Cairo, Illinois, Tams, as this is getting closer to the Illinois-Missouri border, and also Kentucky, as this is headed towards Paducah and Metropolis. So, which Paducah, obviously, as you can see, has a weather station there. That's where this radar information is coming from, is Paducah. So these are strong. It's like we do have severe thunderstorms obviously out here, out west or out east. Sorry, we do actually have a couple severe thunderstorm warnings that popped up here in Wisconsin as well. We got this one here for Manitowoc. I don't know how to say it. For quarter-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. We got this one here just west of Milwaukee. It's a low-wind severe thunderstorm warning, as you can see. 3/4-inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds with that one as well. And this one here that includes Madison, Wisconsin. Same thing. 3/4-inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. So these are low-wind severe thunderstorm warnings up in Wisconsin. We'll come over here to Pennsylvania. This one does have a tornado possible tag on it, just north of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Appreciate it, Gia. You see, there's definitely some rotation here in Pennsylvania, just northwest of Sayville and southwest of Port Royal here. So you can see that rotate, that tight couplet right here, where these two are like red and greens are really tight like that right there. That's normally an area of rotation. Doesn't mean there's a tornado on the ground, but it's definitely possible with that one. Would not be surprised if a tornado warning is issued here soon for this area. Puxico? All right. Yeah, his feed is not loading. As you can see, Dragons reporting from Reed Timmer and Brandon Kopic of a funnel cloud for this area right here near Puxico, Missouri. Welcome back, Tracy. How are you doing? How's your Friday going? There's reports of a funnel cloud here with this storm just north of Puxico, Missouri. No, you're good. I appreciate it. Appreciate the host again. I'm doing good. This started a little earlier than I thought it was going to. We might actually have some pretty good rotation right here near Vernon, Illinois as well. Yeah, me too. I'm under one till 10 o'clock Central Time. I think that would put you at 11 your time. Yeah, I will. That'll be the wife that freaks out about everything. Oh, you're Central? We did just have a tornado warning fall off up here. So that's a good sign. That storm may be weakening. I'm not surprised. The storm right up here. It has weakened a little bit. Not as much rotation. These storms are moving fast, chat. They are moving fast. As I said, they're heading east. They're making their way across Illinois right now, eventually towards into Indiana, towards Indianapolis later on today. This is probably our strongest storm right here in southeast Missouri. That's going to go just south of Cape Girardeau. I don't want to, because you got that rotation right, that hook right here. Got that hook. That's where that rotation is going to be at. Hi, K9 Tactical. How you doing? Oh yeah, you'll have a watch probably issued here very soon. Actually, very likely, some type of watch will be issued here soon for the Dallas area. How's your Friday going, K9? Kind of hoping he had a view of it, but doesn't look like he does currently. He's looking west, so. I wonder if he's going to try to turn north here onto County Road 307 here. If he does, then we'd have a view of it, that's for sure, if there's something there. Yeah, we got that apple-sized hail with this storm, chat. That's some large hail. Oh, you got your golfing done. That's good. So, chat, if you're just getting in, we did have a large tornado. I did show a picture of it. I did retweet a bunch of reports out of the St. Louis area a little bit ago. So if you want to go check those out, there's videos and pictures of the damage. There was it looked like a very large tornado that actually came through the St. Louis area, right through this area, right in here. So if you do want to go check those out, you can. So like I said, I'm also live on YouTube covering this as well. If you go check out the YouTube, yeah, it blew up really fast, Tracy. Like, it was a severe thunderstorm warning, and it just got a hook on it real quick and dropped what looked like a large tornado on the ground in western St. Louis here, kind of in near the Clayton area, and then went through this area north of downtown. So it appears like it's a hail threat for the Dallas area, by the way, K9. For the Dallas-Fort Worth area, up towards Paris, up in here. Kind of this area right in here is the greatest area for hail. Storm time between 3 and 9, it's 3:40 right now. I don't even know if there's any storms down there. I haven't checked the Dallas area. There's nothing going on right now, so that's a good sign. But very likely, hail is the main threat, then wind. And tornado threat's actually pretty low for the Dallas area. It's a hail wind threat for you down there in Dallas. Appreciate it, Dragon. I mean, this tornado warning in Illinois, it's making its way up towards Effingham there here shortly as the storm is moving northeast at 45 miles an hour. This warning goes for another 20 minutes. I mean, the storm will probably be out of the warned polygon before the warning's over, but we're getting that hook here as well. Now we got this stronger storm. It's a low-end severe thunderstorm, but quarter-inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds in central Illinois for Taylorville, Pana areas, as that one's heading northeast as well. We'll head down to these storms down here near Cape Girardeau. We got ping-pong ball-size hail. Radar indicated tornado warning here with this one that expires in 34 minutes for the town of Sedgwickville. Don't know if I'm saying that right, chat. Talent, Mayfield, Lloyd, Shrum, Scopus as well. Not really a tight area of rotation, but that rotation's right here near Grisham, Missouri. Area to watch for that. I mean, there could be a little bit of rotation up here as well near Talent. So you get possibly 2 areas of rotation. When it comes to hail size, this is the strongest storm right here. North of Bloomfield, Missouri. So Chaffee, Orrin, Morley, this is headed your way. And you got that hail in this storm, apple-size hail. So if you know what apple is, which I hope everyone does, this is what you got heading your way. As this is, like I said, this will stay south of Cape Girardeau. So that looks like Cape Girardeau is going to dodge a bullet here. We got a big storm just to the north and a big one just to the south. So the Cape Girardeau area may luck out and not get hit by this storm tonight. I wanted to check out this storm back in Pennsylvania here. There's still a little bit of rotation right here near Sayville. I mean, these are your weaker end storms here. 3/4 inch hail, 60-mile wind, so a low wind severe thunderstorm warning here. And then you got your quarter size hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds with that one. So these are low wind severe thunderstorms, which obviously you still want to take precautions with this one. You got this one here on the DC area, quarter size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds with that one as well. So it's a lot of low wind severe thunderstorms that are in the Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania area. Honestly, this is probably the strongest one of them all. $half size hail with tornado possible tag. There is some rotation with that storm. And we head down here in this more central Virginia with as well as 3/4 inch hail and 60-mile winds with that one. And then on the North Carolina, Virginia border here, we got quarter size hail and 60-mile winds with these three severe thunderstorms as well. And then up in Wisconsin, didn't forget about you. Still got 3/4 inch hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds with that one that's coming into Madison. And just west of Milwaukee, same thing, 3/4 inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. And this is the stronger of the storms up in Wisconsin near Two Rivers and Manitowoc. That's about to go into Lake Michigan. So we got a new tornado warning. That's what that alert is that you're hearing. Little one. You still see that hook here. Right here. Still got that hook there just southeast of Wilburton, heading towards Laclede and Edgewood and I-57. As this is making its way, it should stay south of the Effingham area based on its track that it's been going on. Pretty strong looking little cell back here, but I don't know if that's actually there. You still see that rotation, a little bit of rotation. It's kind of a broad area rotation. It's not super tight together. So if this was to tighten up, then very likely there could be a tornado dropping at any time in this area. So if it continues to look like this, I would expect this warning to get bigger, maybe include the Effingham area. So Watson, Dietrich areas to watch down the line, as well as this is in between I-70 and I-57 here. Okay, not surprising. They did extend this tornado warning in Illinois to include Effingham, Dietrich, Watson, and it looks like maybe the southeast side of Altamont there, just outside of Altamont there in southern Moore Heights. So Gilmore, Mason's one I was saying one to watch is that it's starting to get a little bit tighter here, getting a little tighter. So this is now in my viewing area, but it will stay south of me, so I'm good on that currently. So, got that rotation right here, just in between Wilburton and Laclede. Still got some rotation down here with this storm. Rotation's not as impressive with this storm, as to me it doesn't look as impressive, but it's there. There's definitely some rotation right in here. That's a pretty crazy looking picture you just posted there, Dragon. Storm looks actually worse on reflectivity than velocity. Because, I mean, that's where, right here, just southwest of Bell City, is where that rotation would be at. So, I mean, Brad's probably going to try to get out ahead of it, if I had to guess. Just had a new tornado warning issued. Where's it at? Right here. I can see why. Got a little bit of a hook right here. That includes Jackson and I-55 here in Missouri. This is getting closer to the Illinois state line. Thanks, Daisy. Food does sound good right now. Food does actually sound good right now. Thank you for the 15-month resub, Daisy. How is your Friday going? I see dudes struggling right now. Hang on, chat. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. It's been good, Daisy. How's your week been? Yeah. O'Fallon? Where's O'Fallon? I always forget where that's at. Right, oh yeah. I noticed that storm earlier. I thought maybe it was just being weird, but the storm's just kind of been sitting here for a while. And my week hasn't been too bad. It's been pretty calm for work wise. So I'm hoping this doesn't go all night, Daisy, because I mean it's gonna be a long night for me for covering this. I can tell you that. I can tell you it's going to, but definitely gonna be a long one for sure. That cell by itself just kind of just it's been like I said it's been there for a while. And there's only 7 frames, but it's been there. We'll see if it does anything as it's going through O'Fallon right now. Pretty strong looking storm actually. Yeah, I'm just ready to get through Thursday at like 3:30 on Thursday. More down this way, not for you. So that's a good thing. It should say more south. I can't like it looks like rain, but it's also dust blowing. There could be a tornado coming here pretty quick. There's definitely debris. There's debris. There might be a tornado on the ground here, chat. We might have a tornado on the ground because he's driving into something. Yeah, this is Brandon Kopic, I think. Brad Arnold, sorry. Possibly, yeah. Like he's gonna drive right into this. I mean, I saw branches flying when he drove by that house. I mean, there's definitely, and you see these power lines just bouncing. Like he's right on the. He's about to drive into this thing. He might have just drove through it. I mean, that's wild looking there. So yeah, this is right here, right here. That might be the tornado right here. There might be a tornado right here. It's tough to tell, but there might be one on the ground right there. I still got a couple hours before they get to me. Luckily, it's tough to tell because obviously it's really pixelated, but there's definitely looks like there's something possibly there. You said Storm Runner Media, so that would probably be him. Yeah, you see that drop right here, that lowering. Yeah, yeah, you definitely got a lowering right here with this storm, and it's very likely that this is on the ground. Yeah, Tracy, it is. Technically, I'm not supposed to show this, but someone wants to complain, then they can talk about it then. So it looks like it's kind of going up a little bit. It's not doesn't have that point down on it like it did. So they just extended this tornado warning that includes Morley, Charleston, Missouri, and then Cairo, Illinois, and Mound City, Illinois, and a very sliver of Kentucky right here. Nope. Yeah, run. I live in the Midwest, Daisy. I'd go outside and watch it. I don't take no cover. It looks, yeah, we still got right there. As this is from Stormrunner Media. Got that right in here. It's pretty active, Gnome. How are you doing? Covered a possibly large tornado that went through St. Louis about an hour ago. I'd say about an hour ago, I think. So this is it now. Observe. Like I said, this goes all the way into it goes into Illinois to Mound City and Cairo, Illinois, and then that little sliver of Kentucky there. So this storm isn't just doesn't have tornado. This has large apple-sized hail, 3-inch diameter hail. I know with the storm up in Illinois, this storm there are some damage reports from tree branches down, large tree branches. Yeah, I need to edit that stuff again, Daisy. Yeah, there was a funnel. I saw the funnel. There it is, right there, right here, right there. Saw that debris picking up down here, and then there's that tornado right there, right there. Yeah, you can look at this thing right here. This is in east southeast Missouri, heading towards Cairo, Illinois. Look at this view. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. We got one here, and there was one back over here. I just look at this. We got 2 tornadoes possibly here. There was one here. And that one, they see it kind of weakened a little bit, but it's that rotation is strong. There is strong rotation here with this storm. I mean, you can see they're like dancing around each other here. You gotta remember, Daisy, I work for a vending service company, so I deal with Coke all the time. I just happened to see it when I was filling a machine. I would be the thing to watch with this one because you got these 2 small tornadoes. They likely going to converge into possibly a bigger one. Oh, it was on the ground. They were on the ground. It was on the ground very briefly there. So you can still see it right here. Like it's there's right here and right here. They were on the ground. It does look like they've lifted, but the rotation's still there. These are the 2 areas of rotation. Right here. This is why we got twins for a brief moment there. That means you got to fill it up, Daisy. It's getting too low. You got to fill it up. Yeah, I know Jimothy was telling me it was pretty windy up there in Wisconsin. So you got that rotation here, and you got a rotation here. 2 areas of rotation. That's why we got twins. We got twins there for a brief moment on the ground together. So the thing to watch is if these combine into one big area of rotation and create a large tornado as it's heading towards Vandasur and Haywood City. So, in I-55 here, as it just took a big shift. Slide this over. You can see that hook right here. So I got that hook there present for a tornado. Rotation there. I'm going to head up to this one. Check this one out. I haven't looked at this one in a minute. Not much rotation with this one up near Jackson, Missouri, and I-55 here, as this is going to hit the northern edge, possibly, of Cape Girardeau there. I know Cape Girardeau was affected by a storm a little over a month ago, I think. About a month ago. Did not forget about the storm up here near Effingham, Illinois. So a little bit of rotation with this storm here, just west of I-57 and southwest of Watson, south of Effingham there. So we got some severe thunderstorms up here, a little bit further north. No rotation with these storms near Decatur, heading up towards Urbana there. The pretty strong storms here. It's 1-inch quarter-size hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds for these storms. So they're going to be loud and windy and when they come into your town. You live in that area. So you see we still got severe thunderstorm warnings up here in Wisconsin. Still got the ones out here in Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Virginia. We do not have one in Maine anymore. That one has expired. There are flash flood warnings up there. So the one in New York has also expired as well. Now this storm, the bad thing is, this is heading towards, if it keeps on its current track and stays at its intensity, this is heading towards Paducah, Kentucky, and Metropolis, Illinois. You can literally see the hook that you see on the. I was just showing on the radar. You can literally see it from the cloud formation there. I don't think there's any on the ground currently, but like I said, you can just see that wall, that hook right here. I don't think there's any on the ground currently. Like the storm did put 2 tornadoes on the ground briefly for less than 20 seconds, I'd say. So it's definitely one to watch if it intensifies, especially because it's heading into a more populated area now. It's heading towards a populated area. So, I said it's now Cairo's not populated, it's a pretty dead town, but I'm just who's ever on here. Technically, I'm not even supposed to show these, but not worried about it. Andrew said show it until he told me not to. But like this one, this is Connor Croft here. That's Connor Croft. All these guys are live on YouTube, by the way, as well, chat. This is Stormrunner Media. This is one that has that good view of the hook right here. Then you got Brad Arnold here, checking out some damage. You see that barn got damaged here from that storm after it went through. So there was some damage there to that storm. Obviously, it's a really rural area, so there's not going to be a lot of damage. Which also kind of makes it harder to tell, which obviously you can tell that was a low-end tornado. It was a thin rope, dual tornadoes. Looks like there might be a debris ball here. Just west of Jackson, Missouri. So there could be one on the ground right in here heading towards Jackson, Missouri as well. And on the northern edge here of Cape Girardeau. I can tell you what. I'm looking at a camera on my TV because my local news is on. The view that they have from Champaign, Urbana of this storm is intense looking. It's actually pretty wicked looking, actually. So they're looking from here, I think from Memorial Stadium where the Illinois football plays at. It's kind of crazy looking, honestly. It's looking southwest, and it's kind of weird looking. Wish I could show that. I know this still says radar indicated for this one. There is a tornado on the ground with this storm. There's a tornado on the ground heading towards Jackson, Missouri. Look at this. That is a large tornado on the ground right now near Sikeston, Missouri. North of Sikeston, sorry. Let me show you where this is at. I'm going to move this over behind me real quick. So that tornado is right here heading towards Blodgett, I think. I can't tell. Yeah, large tornado on the ground here with this storm. I'm going to go to this side, actually. Now we got trees in the way, chat. Sorry. Let me see. This is near Haywood City, heading towards Blodgett area. Large, yeah, it's a big one, Dragon. I wonder if he has a view of it from the backside. You kind of see it right here. Ignore the wrinkles in my screen. Guessing this is not looking in the direction of. I mean, if it is, this is looking west, if this camera feed's looking west, then it's going to see it here pretty soon. From that rural fire department there, because it's coming. I thought it showed. It says it's pointing. Oh, that's the wind. Yeah, if there's a tornado there, which there is, we might see it on this screen here soon. I don't know which way this camera is pointing, unfortunately, chat. But you see the rain starting to come down. That is a large tornado on the ground right here. So I think that view that I was seeing up here in Illinois is the winds out ahead of it, blowing the dust up. So they have not upgraded this one yet, but I did see a video of this one live, and it looked like there's a large tornado on the ground with that one. Like there's still some rotation here that's going through Jackson, Missouri right now. There you can see that tornado a little bit further away, so you can kind of really see it right here. Looks like it's going up a little bit, but still, yeah, it went up a little bit there, but it's still on the ground technically. And you can see all that debris still getting thrown up in the air right here. Yeah, I mean, there is definitely debris getting thrown in the air from this storm. I think he'd have his front camera showing. That's an amazing view of the storm from the distance here. You can see that tornado right there. Okay. So this is obviously the main storm to worry about right now because this actually does have a tornado on the ground. It's a rope tornado. Those are really photogenic tornadoes, honestly. Oh, come on. Get back on there. Oh, come on. You can kind of barely see it. He's having some camera. There it is. Look at this tornado. That is right there. Look at that thing. That's, yeah, I mean, that's a beautiful looking tornado. I mean, I know tornadoes are scary. They are scary because they can do a lot of damage, cause a lot of destruction, but that is an amazing looking tornado that we're seeing there. Okay, so he's about to get on 57 and probably head up. So that camera feed probably lost power. So they probably have no power. That's why it's not loading. Calm down, Twisted. I appreciate it, man. Yeah. Sorry, I gotta. How's your day going, Twisted? Like, it's hard to tell on this velocity scan here because it's kind of a mess. Let me see. So you can see it right here. Right there. That's where it's at. It's about to come into Texas Bend right now. And it's heading straight towards Cairo, Illinois. So they just upgraded this actually to a PDS, tornado warning. Particularly dangerous situation. Give me just a second, chat. Okay. Yeah, they just upgraded this one, like I said, to a PDS tornado warning, particularly dangerous situation, which is what you don't want that. Because that means that tornado is on the ground causing damage, which it's been going up and down. It's been going up and down, this tornado has. But it definitely did loft some debris up into the air. I did see some debris on another feed I'm looking at off screen here that you guys can't see. You have a camera for Jackson, Missouri? Where's Jackson? Oh. Yeah, that one, I did see a video of that one. That one looked pretty rough as well. It was from a distance, but it was there. There was definitely a tornado on the ground. So I'm kind of surprised this was not upgraded to an observed tornado, because you could see it on feed. It was literally on the ground. Wonder if this might be cycling right now, because that hook's not as impressive, and the velocity scan's not as impressive either. But that is definitely, it may re-strengthen. I'm gonna check this one again real quick. I'm gonna check, see what else we got going on. Yeah, there's still major rotation with this storm here near Texas Bend, Missouri. I can tell you, I'm looking at my local news. The interstate is basically at a standstill. It's literally like a dust storm on the interstate up in central Illinois, because there's so much wind out ahead of the storm that it's blowing all the dust, because the farmers have been out in the fields tilling the ground up. So it's been insanely dusty up there. So these storms up here are producing the winds out ahead of these storms. There's like no visibility up here on the interstate. Come back down to this guy. I'm going to check out that Maryland storm here real quick, because I think they just upgraded it for the Baltimore area. I'm assuming the Baltimore storm, because they're like overlapping. So it's, they got some really strong storms here that are about to come into the Baltimore area with 80 plus mile an hour. It says 70, but I know there was an update and that they're overlapping each other. But 80 mile an hour winds that are about to come into the Baltimore area, in Annapolis there, north of downtown DC here. But there's also a large, pretty good sized storm down here and heading towards DC as well, with quarter size hail and 60 mile an hour winds. But the strong ones here from Germantown up to Westminster, with golf ball size hail and 80 mile an hour winds, and a destructive damage threat. The damage threat is destructive, not considerable. Like I said, they're overlapped, so that's why it's showing the considerable instead of the destructive. But so if you live in the Baltimore area, you got a really strong storm about to come into Baltimore, in probably the middle of rush hour traffic here on this Friday afternoon. We got another severe thunderstorm warning up here, way up here, just east of Montpelier. Don't know why, but there's one there. Here in Vermont. And we still do have severe thunderstorm warnings. We got one up here in Michigan, up Panhandle, up near Marquette. Some severe thunderstorm warnings up here as well for low-end severe thunderstorms with 3/4 inch hail and 60 mile an hour winds from these storms near Madison, Marquette, just south of Oshkosh, and just to the southeast here of Wisconsin Dells. So there is no more tornado warning for this storm here in Illinois. So that's a good time. Actually, I need to make sure my windows are rolled up. I'll be right back, chat. So I was doing stuff in my car today. I don't remember if I rolled my windows up. I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to check in some things. You got that nice hook here with this one. It's about to come into Cairo, Illinois, and Mound City. About to cross over into Illinois and then into Kentucky, then towards Paducah and Metropolis as well. So it's a lot going on here. Eating string cheese, chat. Sorry. So that rotation's still there. New tornado warning in Illinois. Okay, I did not get an alert for that one. Sometimes it does, chat. Sometimes it doesn't. It's weird. Yes, we got a new tornado warning here in Illinois. Thank you, Dragon. For Newton, St. Mary, and Hunt City. Just west of Oblong there. So you can see where we're at. If I zoom out a little bit, if you know where Terre Haute is, right here. And then you got I-70, Effingham, and down here to St. Louis. We got that tornado warning here south of I-70. This is radar indicated, 18 minutes. This is how long this one's going to last. What I'm going to do is pull up the reflectivity. And you got that hook. Well-defined hook here on this one. Well-defined hook here. Luckily, as I zoom way in, very small towns here. Bogota and Shamrock. If I zoom way in, you can see it's literally a 2-road town. 3-road town there. And it's just a handful of buildings here with this one. Yes, we do have a tornado warning now in Illinois with a well-defined hook on that. Morning, Pac-Man. And we have a PDS severe thunderstorm warning in Maryland. Like I said, they are overlapping. I'm assuming it's for these storms right here that are about to come into Baltimore area. So we got really strong storms about to come into the Baltimore metro area as well, chat. Okay, that's what I thought. For some reason, when they overlap, it shows the first one. It doesn't show the second one. Luckily, there's not much of any rotation, but these are really strong storms that are coming into Baltimore. It's 80-mile-an-hour winds. That's basically almost an F1 tornado over there. So, what you're dealing with there. So, right now, chat, we currently have for the 4 tornado warnings and 22 severe thunderstorm warnings. Those tornado warnings are all right here on screen. The one here in south central Illinois, and extreme southern Illinois, and southeast of Missouri and Kentucky, technically. And you can see these watches, they're already falling off. Like Springfield was under a tornado watch. They've already dropped them from it. So I feel once these storms get past these areas, you'll start seeing watches possibly falling off. So we got no rotation with this severe thunderstorm in Illinois for Cerro Gordo, Monticello areas. Quarter size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. They actually did just issue a watch in Illinois that goes from Springfield to the state line up here towards just north of Bloomington. And then right here, they have actually a blowing dust advisory for that entire area. And then for this county, these 4 counties here, they are actually under a high wind warning with those storms. Return to sender. I don't know what to tell you, Tracy. I can't do that. So winds are really about to pick up in this area. Just a second, chat. I'm checking something real quick. So for that area, these 4 counties here, where my hand is at, that high wind warning is for winds out of the south at 20 to 25 miles an hour, which doesn't sound that impressive, but the wind gusts are up to 70 miles an hour in this area, are going to be in this area here pretty soon. And I'm looking at a live feed on my TV over here from Urbana. It's higher up, and all you see is just dust. Because obviously the farmers have been out tilling the dirt up, so all that wind is just blowing it. Yeah, there are severe thunderstorm warnings in North Carolina as well. We're kind of all over the place tonight, chat. No, I should be fine, Jimothy and Tracy. If I had to worry, you would know. So, yeah, I should be fine. If I had to worry, I mean, worst case, I'd lose power, but from the wind once it gets here. So you see Paducah is now under a tornado warning, which they have been for a little bit. But as you see, Paducah, they are under a tornado warning, as well as Metropolis. But you got that hook right here going right over Cairo, Illinois right now. And this has been, I mean, you saw me with my shoes on. Calm down. Calm down. So, and this isn't that type of stream. Such a mess. It looks like such a mess right now. The velocity scan does. There's still rotation here, just on the south over Cairo, Illinois. Oh, not the base reflectivity. That's a mess. Yeah, I expect there one to be one here issued soon. So for basically from Dallas, basically where my hand's at, I would expect a tornado watch to be issued anywhere in this area, probably pretty soon, honestly. That includes Texas, possibly southeast side of Oklahoma, southeast part of Oklahoma there, Arkansas, and northern and northeast Louisiana. Somerset, Kentucky. Oh, that's out east, isn't it? Oh, yeah, right there. Little cell way out ahead of everything here. When they're out there by themselves, those are the ones to watch because those are the ones they're gonna get all. They can just take all that juice in and just eat it up and do whatever they want with it. Yeah, that's supposed to. I got thunder. Would not surprise me if you guys heard that. You might have heard that thunder. Yeah, it's still that hook. It's still there. About to. That's going over Cairo, Illinois. Yeah, three. I did see that earlier. The 3 to 4 inch diameter hail from that when they posted an update on that earlier from one of the things you sent. That thing is, he's got trees here on his left side. That's where that storm is at. Is to his left, so he can't see it. So right now we've got the 3 tornado warnings, technically 2, but because this is just one basically large tornado warning because it's the end of this one, and then the new one continuing it. And we have the one here in southeast central Illinois, just southeast of Effingham, near Robinson, heading towards Robinson and Sullivan, Indiana. Robinson, Illinois, Sullivan, Indiana. Yeah, it's a mess. I like looking at it on the velocity scan is kind of ridiculous, honestly. But we still got some rotation here, just southwest of St. Marie, Illinois, and south of Newton. Um, we'll see if this one does anything. It's not as impressive. There's a little bit of rotation here. Still a pretty good storm. So, hang on, chat. I can still hear you guys. TTS, I think should be working, chat. Neighbors' dogs are going wild if you can still hear me, chat. Exclamation point TTS, I think. So I can still hear you guys. I'm just outside right at the moment. I can smell the rain. I just wanted to check a couple things out there, chat. Considerable severe thunderstorm warning in Illinois. All right. I will check that one out. So, let's see here. Hang on, chat. Just trying to get some things situated. So we got a considerable severe thunderstorm warning in Illinois. I checked that one out. Yes, and it's this one. Yes. This includes big area. Some strong winds with it. Flip that reflectivity. There we go. So we got Urbana. It's just west of Danville. Rantoul there. I-74 here. Just under an inch diameter hail and 70-mile-an-hour winds with this storm. Now so Urbana, Tuscola, Paris, and Danville, those 4 counties there, those towns where those 4 counties are actually under that high wind warning where they could get 70-mile-an-hour winds. All right. Oh, Jesus. I would not want to be on that crossing the Mississippi River right now with where they are at. Going over that tiny little bridge with that tornado possibly right up in here. Yeah, forget that. Downtown Washington, D.C. is under a considerable damage threat for winds. 70-mile-an-hour winds with that storm. Like I said, chat, TTS is on, exclamation point TTS. So that'll kind of help me hear some things, like if I had to step away for a moment. So we got a new tornado warning here that includes Robinson, Stoy, Oblong, and Palestine, and Flat Rock, Illinois. This goes right up to the Indiana border here. As you can see, this right here is the Illinois-Indiana state line. So you still got that rotation there with this storm. Crawford, Jasper, Richland counties there. And still got that, yeah, got that rotation right here just south of Booz, Illinois. Oh, it's a little bit there. Just kind of weakened a little bit. TTS should be working. Of course, doesn't want to work. Awesome. Hang on, chat. I think I know why it's not working.
Dragonovtex's multiple injuries reported from St. Louis tornado according to different sources.
There we go. It works. It just took a while to come in. So hopefully it doesn't take as long in the future, but TTS works. Appreciate that. I just saw something about that on Twitter, actually. Do you want to go back down here to the metropolis, Cairo, however you say it. I think it's Cairo, Illinois. It's not Cairo. But I mean, there's still rotation there. Like I said, the velocity scans are just an absolute disaster right now. But it's still there, right in here. That's where that rotation is at. So I do want to check something real quick, chat. Be right back. But I can still, like I said, if you got something you need to say, just say, do it with TTS. I'll still be able to hear. You forgot the exclamation point, Twisted. Exclamation point, TTS. I like to be difficult. You might hear wind, chat, because I am outside right now. I want to see how windy it's about to get. Ooh, lightning. I'm trying to see chat up north, but with the leaves on the trees, it's kind of hard for me to see stuff now. I know the winds are like insanely high near me, so
Twisted Fit don't get blown out there.
Yeah, I'll try not to. And just got put under a severe thunderstorm warning, which I'm not surprised. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that was a little intense. It's getting there. That lightning was intense, I'll tell you that. Severe thunderstorm warning till 5:45 for me. Yeah, it's free juicing. I don't charge for that stuff. What's up, Boba Cat? So, see, we got these cluster of severe thunderstorm warnings here. From these storms here. They don't look like much, but they are packing a punch with wind. With 60 to 70 mile an hour winds with these storms and 3/4 inch hail up here. Yes, it is a real place. Metropolis is a real place. It's in southern Illinois. They are under a tornado warning and could get large apple-size hail. Right there is where that. So it's pretty quiet right now. This is actually the calmest it's been for a minute. But I know that like there's areas like up here in Illinois, like there's storms up here, but there are also more wind issues up here. Yeah, it's headed straight for Paducah. Nope, not for the weather streams, Boba. Sorry. Tornado warning in Maryland, chat. We're going to Maryland. Way over here. This is actually looks like it's for downtown Baltimore. Downtown Baltimore is now under a tornado warning. This is radar indicated. I mean, they're getting some insane winds with this storm. That's what this orange is. And they're pushing 60-plus mile-an-hour winds with these storms. There we go. And you got that rotation here in the Baltimore area. Heading, so this is the second major city. This is Radar Omega. Yep, you just tagged me something else, didn't you? Yeah, that's insane looking. That's crazy looking. So you got a tornado warning for downtown Baltimore right now, chat. Like I said, we did have one for St. Louis earlier, a couple hours ago, or hour and a half ago. And now we've got one here for Baltimore as well. So this is the second major metropolitan area to be affected by a tornado today. I'm hoping I don't lose power because I got storms coming through my area right now. They are severe on the low end, but they're there. I've got extremely strong winds that are about to come through here. The bad thing with this Baltimore storm is it's currently 550 right now in Baltimore. And there's going to be a lot of traffic on the roads right now in Baltimore area for people going home from work for the weekend. And like I said, downtown Baltimore is currently under a tornado warning right now. So let me check out this Illinois one. Sorry, chat. I'm just bouncing around. I'm going next week. Next weekend I will be at one. I'll be at DreamHack down in Dallas. That is a strong storm here. Even if it's not putting down a tornado, it is probably dumping some extremely heavy rain. Very likely has hail in this storm, the quarter-size hail, and it's probably extremely windy with this storm as well. That's going through, that just went through Oblong and is heading to Stoy and then Robinson and down the road to Palestine and Rome. For this tornado-warned storm. Still a little bit of rotation here just south of Oblong near Petersburg. So we have a considerable damage threat here in Maryland as well for ping pong ball size hail, 70-mile winds with this storm. Golf ball size hail. Golf ball size hail and 70-mile-an-hour winds with these storms in the Baltimore, Maryland area. So, we got the ones down here in D.C., Annapolis area as well. So, basically, anyone here along the bay, on the west side of the bay in Maryland, you're getting hit pretty hard right now. That hurts my ears. I just got my phone's going off in my ear right now, chat. From the for emergency alert. The National Weather Service has issued a dust storm warning for your area until 6:45 Central Time. Be ready for sudden drops to zero visibility. Pull aside, stay alive. When visibility drops, pull far off the road. For your vehicle and park. Turn your lights off. That's kind of how they say turn your lights off. You think you want the lights on, especially when they're getting dark. Yeah, exactly, Jimothy. Turn your lights off and keep your foot on the brake. Infants and elderly, those with respiratory issues, are urged to take precautions and stay indoors. So yeah, we don't get dust storm warnings in Illinois very often. Let's put it that way. But yeah, we got that little bit of rotation right here in the downtown Baltimore area. So yeah, that was loud in my ears, checks. I have I'm listening to some other stuff. Well, the bad thing with it, Jimothy, is like with the like I said, you got the farmers out in the fields tilling the grounds up, getting ready to plant crops. So all that dirt is just loose. So you get these strong winds coming in, even behind the storms. It's gonna stir all that dust up into the air. I know, right? Yeah, that rotation is like right in here for the Baltimore area. So they're probably gonna have to extend this warning actually, because that warning polygon's like ends right here, and that rotation's right here. So it's gonna keep pushing further east. So they're gonna have to extend that warning here pretty soon, I would imagine, for the Baltimore area. Yeah, so did I. My grandpa used to be a farmer. Whoa. I don't even think I can show dust storm warnings. That wind is picking up, chat. Hopefully I don't lose power. I got high wind warnings I can turn on, which I am under one of those, but I don't know if it's even going to show it. Because yeah, like Illinois right now is kind of in a weird thing. They got severe storms going on up here, but in these same areas are under high wind warnings and dust storm warnings, which is just insane. Yeah, that happens a lot, like down in the Southwest part of the country, down in this area, in the desert areas of New Mexico and Arizona and Southern California. You don't see that in Illinois. So like they got high wind warnings out there, but severe thunderstorm warning in Texas. First one of the day down here, way down here to the north of San Antonio. That was loud. So we got this severe thunderstorm warning down here in Texas, southwest of Lano. That wind is blowing, chat. You might hear this here soon. As that is literally our only cell down here in Texas. I'm like almost positive of it. Let me check the Dallas radar site. Yeah, that's literally our only storm. Is this severe thunderstorm warning down here in the northwest of San Antonio here for quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds? I would expect more storms to start firing up down in the Texas and Arkansas areas as well. Let's check out this Paducah. I'm going to actually go outside here in a second, chat. What's bad is this, it's right on the radar site, so you can't tell if there's any rotation. I mean, honestly, lately it's been pretty much year round. I mean, I've seen the winter months, like November, December, January, February. You don't see them as often. There's a little bit of a break during late summer, and you might get some more in the fall, but they're not as frequent. But like we get them in the winter now too. We get tornadoes even in the winter. So I want to check something, chat. I'll be right back. I'll still be able to hear you if you want to do the TTS, exclamation point TTS. I'll be right back. Yeah, it takes more than that. That wind is blowing, chat. I said, chat, if you got something to say, do the exclamation point TTS.
Jimothy Williams, come back with the milk, Dad.
Hello, I don't know about milk, but I'll be coming back here in a second. That wind is blowing. The trees down the street from me are just all over the place. That thing is, I got a tree right over my head. Hell, I could have left my son's old swing set up. It probably would have got taken down by this wind. Instead of working on taking that down earlier. I'm back. I don't have any milk with me. Yeah, last few months. Jimothy. Juicing what Jimothy said, yeah. Just kind of started doing it recently because I love weather, so it's kind of easy for me to do this as well. So, but I do think there was I thought there was a new tornado warning was issued. Was that the Baltimore storm? Yes, it was the Baltimore storm. So still radar indicated with less than 3/4 inch size hail with this Baltimore storm. And from the looks of it, rotation's probably right here north of Dundalk. If I'm saying that right, chat. I'm not. Who knows? Yeah, you got some rotation right here. Definitely have some rotation right here in the Dundalk area, the southeast side of Baltimore.
Jimothy Williams, hi, Dad.
Hi, son. Looks like we've had some more cells starting to pop up here in southern Illinois. That wind is blowing, chat. Jesus.
Dragunov Texas severe thunderstorm warning for Illinois and Indiana with a camera in Baltimore, Maryland shaking violently.
If I had a camera up right now, you would. Yeah, Wisconsin's just kind of lurking there with those severe thunderstorm warnings. But the low-end severe thunderstorm warnings up in Wisconsin, less than 3/4 inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. So they're strong. They're strong storms. Then you got this one with the quarter size hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. So there are definitely still some severe thunderstorms there. They just issued a large severe thunderstorm warning here for western Indiana with these storms here that are just insane amount of wind with them. Even on the back end of these storms are putting out some insane wind too, even outside the storm. Like, it's kind of wicked looking. Like, if I lived more out in the country, I'd probably be able to show you guys, but I don't. I kind of live in the middle part of town. So, they did just, like Dallas just said, they did just extend this tornado warning for the Paducah storm. We'll know more here pretty quickly once it shifts just a little bit further east, gets further away from this radar site. But that rotation's like right in there, right just southeast of the radar site there. And they did issue a severe thunderstorm watch here for the Dallas area. Dallas, Denton, Claiborne, Killian, Waco, Mexia, Palestine, and just north of Austin, Texas. So there is a severe thunderstorm warning here as well to the west of Austin. This one little storm down here. It looks like we got one up here near Dallas that had just recently is trying to get going here. Right here over Fort Worth currently. So it's one to watch as it's going to see what it does. So if we zoom all the way out, chat, we've got a severe thunderstorm warning up here in Vermont. We got severe thunderstorms in Wisconsin. We got severe thunderstorm watches and warnings here along the East Coast, and a tornado warning for Baltimore, the Baltimore area. We've got tornado watch from Indianapolis down through southern Indiana and Illinois, western half of Kentucky, down to southeast Missouri and northwest Arkansas. Then we have a little bit of a gap, and another severe thunderstorm watch down here for the Dallas area. And we got high wind warnings up here in the Dakotas. So, as you can see, they just dropped a couple watches off there on the west side there of that watch. But it looks like the storm chaser, or the tornado sniffer, Brad here, where's he at? Cape Girardeau. Right there. He's heading north. So he's going away from this tornado warned storm where everyone else is at, and he's pushing north. So there's probably something. He's coming up here. He knows where to go with this stuff. We got this storm here that includes Farmington. Farmington's in the clear technically, but St. Geneva and Chester, Illinois, and St. Geneva, Missouri. This is a golf ball size hail with 60-mile-an-hour winds with a tornado possible tag on this one, chat. You got a little bit of a hook right here, a little bit of it one. There's one to watch for possibly developing a tornado. Let's check out the velocity, see if we see anything on this. It's not too well defined, but there is a little bit of rotation here, one to watch as it's continuing to push off to the northeast as we be crossing into Illinois here pretty soon. In Indianapolis, if you know anyone that lives in the Indianapolis area, these storms are knocking on your door. They will be here very soon. Hopefully we don't have a repeat of what we've had so far, because we've had a tornado warning in St. Louis, we've had a tornado warning in Baltimore. So it's definitely ones to watch. Yeah, rotation's picking up a little bit here over the Robinson area on the south side of Robinson, Illinois. And you got Route 1 right here. That's what that is right there. And Route 33 from Palestine to Stoy. As this storm looks like it's regaining strength, as it's got lime-sized hail with it as well. When I pull up that reflectivity, that is a strong storm here. This is one to watch as it's crossing into Indiana right now, heading towards Sullivan, Cass, and Jasonville and Linton, Indianas. So you got we got this nasty looking one down here as well. One to watch as it's going to be crossing into Illinois here pretty soon. And it's going to continue tracking northeast up. So Still got a little bit of a hook here with this one. Like I said, velocity's a mess with this storm for some reason. The closer it got to this site, it just kind of died. So they allowed the. Oh, we still have one here. Sorry, it's so small that it's. But yes, there's still a tornado warning here for the east of Baltimore for Edgemere, Maryland. Even if there's no tornado with this storm, the winds in east of Baltimore are insane right now, especially right in here. Yeah, it's not giving up. Bad thing is, like I said, it's in such a bad radar site. We have a new tornado warning chat here for the Farmington storm. Ping pong ball size hail and radar indicated. Right there. That rotation right there. 50 minutes is how long this warning lasts. That's a long one. I'll be right back, chat. Give me just a second. Probably wouldn't be a good idea to DoorDash food right now. Another PDS in Maryland. I wasn't expecting Maryland to blow up like this. This is a really strong storm that's about to come into the Denton area in Greensboro, Maryland. For tornado possible tag on this one, lime size hails, 2-inch in diameter, and 80-mile-an-hour winds with this storm. I don't know about that. New tornado warning here in Missouri. Extension of this tornado warning that goes to the Mississippi River there of Illinois. There, you got that rotation here as the storm continues to push northeast, heading. So if you live in Rockwood, Illinois, definitely one to watch because this is heading your way. This radar is a disaster when it comes for velocity. We still got that hook down here just south of Paducah. Tonight doesn't have a sharp turn on it now. If it's turned like the one we saw in St. Louis earlier, yep, you are now under a thunderstorm watch, Wiz, down there in the Texas area. And this is the only severe thunderstorm warning currently down here in Texas, right here. For Lano, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Lano, that storm right there, it's just kind of been sitting there. So for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds with this storm. And I do think there was a storm that was trying to get going up here. Yeah, just a little guy right here, just kind of sitting there over Fort Worth there, Arlington area. So those are really our only two areas of rain and storms in the Texas area currently. We still do have severe thunderstorm warnings up here in Wisconsin. None up here in New York or Maine anymore. Yes, definitely. And we do have one right here on the Maryland-Ohio border. $half size hail. There's just one little cell here. $half size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds for Kingman Township, Harristown, Lindsville. It's kind of the only storm in that area, too. So it's the only one. Jesus, Maryland's just getting hammered right now, chat. But you can see they did just cut off some of these severe thunderstorm watches here in eastern Virginia. But we do have another PDS severe thunderstorm warning here in Maryland for 2-inch hail and 80-mile-an-hour winds with this storm. Plano. So, and they do have tornado possible tags on these storms. These are really strong storms that just went through Baltimore area, and they're going through Baltimore like it's literally right on the edge there, the bay there, and about to cross over and then hit this side of Maryland, and then eventually come in here to Delaware, to Dover and Georgetown, Delaware. So the hail has gone down on this storm down here near Paducah. It was saying apple size, 3-inch apple size hail. Now it's down to 2 3/4-inch baseball. It's obviously not much bigger. Either way, they're doing major damage if you get hit by that. So the tornado warning here in Illinois, on eastern Illinois, that was right here for Robinson area, has been allowed to expire as it is now crossed into Indiana. But they do have tornado possible tag, and they do have as a PDF severe thunderstorm warning as well here for Sullivan and Cass in Indiana. And along Route 41 here does have a tornado possible tag on it, 2 3/4-inch baseball size hail, and 60-mile-an-hour winds. Destructive storm that's coming into Indiana right now. Check out this one here as it's just north of Perryville, Missouri, and it's got that little bit of a hook right here. Just checking some things, chat. New Mezzo. All right. Severe threat for the Maryland, Delaware area will continue with 60 to 70-mile winds and 1 inch to 1 3/4 inch hail with those storms out there along the coast there. Oh, probably. It's all right. So I think they just issued. So as of right now, with this severe thunderstorm watch, we got the storm still here over the Fort Worth Arlington area. Not severe, but we do have this guy down here. It's just kind of sitting there. He's not moving very fast. It's a slow mover. You're gonna see here. It's not moving very fast. It's moving east at 25 miles an hour. It's a slow moving storm. Seems to be a common thing in Texas. We still have that hook here in southeast Missouri on the Missouri-Illinois state line here. That hook right here just to the west of Perryville. That rotation's getting a little bit tighter right in here as well, chap. Especially as this is heading towards I-55 and Perryville. Nope, it's no, not on this one, not on this picture. So you got winds towards the radar. That's what this is. You got winds towards the radar and the winds away from the radar. So that's how it's picking it up. It's detecting which way the winds are coming from. So you got winds coming towards it, winds going away from it. So this might be one of our, and with the exception of the Maryland storms, which are just ridiculous right now. When it comes to rotation, this is definitely the more impressive one right now because I can't tell you where the rotation is for this Paducah storm because that radar site is a absolute cluster of a mess right now. Okay, it's a little bit better. We're getting a little bit further away from the radar site, so we might be able to tell here pretty quick. Let me check the reflectivity. I want to see something. Yeah, so yeah. And that the hook's not really there, but there's still some rotation right in here near Possum Trot in Culver City. We got a new tornado warning here in Indiana. The storm was tornado warned back when it was over here. The storm still has baseball size hail. We got a little bit of rotation right in there, just on the Indiana side of the state line there. You can see it. Definite hook there. Is this kind of a rural area of Indiana? Because like we're in between Vincennes and Terre Haute. So, I mean, Sullivan is a decent sized town. Not very big, but it's as you can see if I zoom in, it's a smaller town. So we have another one down here. This includes Perryville, Missouri. They decided to include them in that rotation as you got this storm here that's upside down flipping you off, chat. That's what it looks like. Giving you the middle finger right now. Not base. Hi, Timothy. So you got that rotation right there about to come into Perryville. Yeah, this storm in Maryland is insanely strong storm. Like, just this thing is insane looking. I mean, you look at this thing that goes from here all the way up. That is a strong storm that's about to come into eastern Maryland and into Delaware, and eventually down the line into New Jersey towards Atlantic City. In just a second, chat. Holy shit, it's bright out now. Sorry, chat. I just opened the door. It was like super dark because of the storm, but now that the storm's pretty much past me, it's super bright out now. So, but I've noticed the wind has died down. Okay. How's your day going, Timothy? You got a pitch kick tonight? Yeah, there was a new mesoscale discussion for. So a new mesoscale discussion came out. Basically for this area here. It goes. I'm sorry. There. Basically, that area. Tornado threat will continue for several more hours. Strong tornadoes will be possible with intense supercells. Basically, anywhere from Cape Girardeau over towards Lexington. Yeah, you do have a storm down there, Sweets. That storm's just been sitting there for a little bit. It's not moving very fast. It's just kind of sitting there in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We got a little cell popping up down here. So they're starting to pop up down in Texas now. Like I said, we still have the severe thunderstorm warning down here, south northwest of Austin. That's not moving. So we do have a considerable damage threat storm here for Green Bay for 70-mile-an-hour winds and 3/4-inch hail. It's got a pretty nice storm here. You got this nice line of storms here from north of New London down to Fond du Lac. Sounds like some Shrek name. She's going to get her little mini boat that her son plays with. A nice little storm here up in Wisconsin as well. Like this is got 70-mile-an-hour winds and 3/4-inch hail is heading towards the Green Bay area right now. Yeah, heading straight for Green Bay as it just went through Oshkosh. So right now, chat, we've got 4 tornado warnings and 34 severe thunderstorm warnings right now. Luckily, none of these tornado warnings are on the ground at this time. They're all radar indicated. They go for 16 and 31 minutes each. So that's a good sign. So that's fresh. So we do have some little cells down here in central Illinois. They're trying to do some stuff. But we do have got some storms down here in southern Virginia as well, in extreme North Carolina. With $50 size hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds, severe thunderstorm warnings for these storms in North Carolina, then 1-inch hail, quarter-size hail, and 60-mile-an-hour winds in North and Virginia. They're heading towards Virginia Beach. So a lot of storms going on today, chat, kind of all over the place. We've covered storms in Wisconsin, Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, New York, Upper New York, Texas, Maryland, about to be Delaware, Pennsylvania, Ohio. We had a little cell in Ohio. And then Virginia, North Carolina. And then our main focus has been this area right here so far today. Hail can be lethal at any size. I mean, you get hail the size of a baseball, that's going to do some major damage. It could kill you, honestly, if it hits you in the head. I've been hit by golf ball size hail, and it does not feel good. So, I mean, you get like a tennis ball, you get something like this hitting your head, that's going to hurt a lot and could do some damage. I mean, then you get like a golf ball, so as well, that could hurt just as much. Then you get baseball, softball size hail. That's some big hail right there. There's possibility of DVD size hail today. So, I mean, that gives you an idea. DVD is about that big. DVD size hail is possible today. So, yeah. So they're continuing this tornado warning for this storm. It just keeps moving, tracking east, chat. This is one where we saw those twin tornadoes briefly. For Calvert City, Eddyville, Cuttawawa, Smithland. Hang on, chat. All right. Thank you, Dragon. Sorry, wife called me. Trying to catch up on some things real quick, chat. Wow, breaking news on the NFL side, chat. Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers have agreed to a 5-year, $265 million contract. Wow. That's a mistake on their part, but I'm fine with that. Because I'm not a 49ers fan. This is a strong storm in Indiana. They're getting softball size hail, chat. We were just talking about that with you, Juice, and about so softball is about this big. Softball's about this big. So gives you an idea how big that is. That's big. I don't have any softballs, but it's a destructive severe thunderstorm warning, softball size hail with 70-mile-an-hour winds. About to come into Linton, Bloomfield, Worthington. So Jasonville. Really strong storm in Indiana here. This is headed towards Bloomington, Indiana, where Indiana University is. So that's an area to watch. And if they're on the same type of schedule as University of Illinois, students are moving out this week. A lot of them are probably moving out today and tomorrow. So I don't know Indiana University's schedule. I know U of I's because I have to deal with it. But so that is heading towards Bloomington, Indiana, down the road. Something to watch for. They are letting the tornado warning go away. They're turning into a destructive storm, not a PDS, severe thunderstorm warning. A destructive storm. I'm sure there's a tornado tag on this as well, but that is a strong storm that is moving through southern and south central Indiana. And Indianapolis, they are under a severe thunderstorm warning right now for 1-inch quarter-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds with this storm as well. And you got severe thunderstorm warnings all the way up here, north of Lafayette, all the way down to the just south of Bloomington. So a big part of west central Indiana is actually under a severe thunderstorm warning right now. We do have a couple more storms that have fired up back here in Illinois as well, as we got some pretty strong storms here going through Mattoon, Charleston, Mattoon here, Illinois, for $50 size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. We move just a little bit further southwest towards Altamont and Effingham. They're getting $50 ping pong ball size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. We'll come down here to the tornado warning. That's still there. A little bit of a hook there. Radar indicated 3/4-inch size hail for that tornado warning there, just to the east of Perryville. And then for the severe thunderstorm warnings, we got $50 size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds with this storm. I do want to check out the velocity on this, see if there's any rotation. There's not really a tight area of rotation, so that's a good sign. So I feel like this warning, unless it strengthens back up and gets more rotation going, it will not continue. But it will stay a severe thunderstorm warning once it crosses into Illinois, as it's heading towards Carbondale right now. So you might have a good view of this storm here pretty soon. I don't know. So, and we got another storm here just to the west of Cape Girardeau. Pretty good, nice looking storm here. Low end severe thunderstorm, 3/4-inch hail, and 60-mile-an-hour winds for Greenville area, Missouri. And if we go down even a little bit further south on the Arkansas